All right, we're here with the Ford flathead update. We got the pistons out, crank out. I wanted to just make some notes. This is just mainly for the customer himself, but there's no reason why anybody else can't see it also. So we got several pistons scored. They take up a lot of space. So there's three, you get the idea. They're all pretty much like that. Pretty badly scored. So the crank actually looks pretty good. One thing that's kind of interesting, this has what they call like the floating rod bearings. These are meant to spin on the crank, and then the rod is also meant to spin on here also. So these are not permanently tightened down. They will move. You can see that they have been moving, you know. The two on the back, so cylinders 3 and 5, I'm sorry, 3 and 7 and 4 and 8 were not moving very much. Those were probably a little too tight, but the rest look okay. The main problem we have is over here. Here's another shot of those teeth from that disintegrating. What we see here was we have a kind of an unusual wear pattern on the main bearings. So we got wear at the rear top, and then the front bottom. So that it's not consistent. You have almost no wear on the top and pretty significant wear on the bottom rear of this and the bottom front, but this is not running, it's not wearing evenly. And then on the rear we have, see marking at the top front and then mostly at the bottom rear, and then all at the parting line. These have been converted from Babbitt to shell bearings, and what we think is that these were probably not sized 100% correctly. There's very specific size holes that they go into, because it's obviously half moon shaped, so it's easy to distort. You can put it in a little too tight, it'll push in the sides, or it won't be. It needs to be a very specific side if it's going to be a complete circle when it's done. Otherwise it distorts. So we're thinking we will send this out for a line bore and have all that corrected and find out why. We're going to have the crank checked. We're going to, one of the problems we had with some of the rods was that these have been over tightened. Can't get that in focus. So now it looks like Acme threads. So a lot of these rods I do not trust anymore. The bolt doesn't come out, as you can see. It's not like a Chevy where it has a cap. So we will be replacing the rods, which is going to be difficult because it's the 21 stud, the very early. That's not going to be, as far as I know, they're not readily available. I do not trust those anymore. And then I'll do another update when we get the cam out and everything.